I'd like to say good morning to Miss Caroline Baker. Thank you so much for joining the call today. Miss Belinda Batiste, thank you so much. Still in Woodland, California. Miss Natasha Ismail, Regional Director. Miss Christina, thank you so much. Frank and Patricia Bowman up in Elk Grove, California. Yeah, and down south we got Miss Pat Robinson in Oakland, California. I don't see Big Al on here yet. Hey, Daryl Ransom, good morning. Miss Evelyn Phibbs, good morning. Good seeing you, dear. Mr. Ed Navarro, good morning, sir. Come on, Mr. Navarro. Mr. Brian's moving ahead of you a little bit. You can do it. Miss Anna Yancey out in Texas, thank you so much. Mr. Harrison Mill, thank you so much. Lance Kelly, good morning. Mr. Payon over in Japan. I will be doing the Japan regional tomorrow in Japan, the whole island. Ooh, that's going to be exciting. Mr. Payon, thank you so much. Miss Kathleen Williams, thank you so much. Mr. Ismail, thank you so much. Regional Director, Mr. Julian Lewis, good morning, sir. Miss Marcia Carter, good morning to you. Marie, good morning. Natalie Pereira in Vegas, good morning. Miss Swain, good morning, dear. Who else we got? Mr. Ron Lockett, good morning, sir. Good seeing you. All right. Miss Angelina, thank you so much. Miss Konohara in Japan, thank you so much, and thank you. Looking forward to tomorrow night with all the people on the island, the whole island, and Okinawa as well. Swag and Myra, good morning. T. Hayes, good morning. Miss Tracy Gilmore, good morning. TJ, good morning. Miss Rose Guerrero, good morning. Mr. Chris King, good morning. Good job last night on the presentation. Sensational in Florida, good morning. Mr. Bill Bailey, Mr. Edmund Smith, Mr. Sam Foster, your ladies signing up today. Congratulations, another IBO. Hey, listen, Mr. Brian Baker, just thank you, sir, Regional Director. Hey, is Vince on? Vince, I just signed another one up yesterday. I'm 3 for 3 for the day. 3 for 3 every day, 1, 1, 1. I love it. I love it. I'm so fired up. I couldn't sleep last night. I was up at 3:30. Normally up at 4. Is Vince on here? I want him to say a few words. Hey, while we're doing that, hey, wait a minute. We got a birthday today. Can we all sing happy birthday to Mr. Marvin Carter today? Mr. Marvin Carter's birthday. Don't he look good? He don't look a day over 91. Can we all sing happy birthday, Mr. to Mr. Marvin Carter? Here we go. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Quack, quack, quack. Happy birthday to you. Quack, quack, quack. Happy birthday, Marvin Carter. Happy birthday to you. And may God bless you many more on channel 44. Happy birthday, Marvin Carter. Where is he at on here? I know he's on here somewhere. I just talked to him. I called him privately. Hey, Mr. Al Randolph. Let's see here. Hey, tonight on Happy Hour, I want folks that were on the last 3 weeks. Bill Howard, how you doing this morning? The people on, hey, Miss Grant, who on the last 3 weeks on Wednesday on Happy Hour to kind of share a little bit of Happy Hour and what it meant for you. Mr. Marvin Carter, there he is with his 7-Up jersey on. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Lord have mercy. What a day, what a day, what a day. We have been signing IBOs up. I mean, Mr. Ismail got 2 yesterday. I got 1. Mr. Clem. I mean, we're just signing up, man. Things just, I'm just so fired up. Everybody's like, what's going on? I'm just fired up because people are giving the stuff that I've been giving them and they're using it and their numbers are changing. Their numbers are changing. Mr. Willie Cribbs, good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining the call. Wow, we got a great lineup today. He'll be on in just a few minutes. But last night, man, it was amazing. Yesterday, I was on the phone talking to a friend of mine, and in Florida, he says, "Man, I love network marketing. He was in my old company, and he's got 2 restaurants. And he says, hey, man, I'm calling to get my energy switched over. And next thing you know, is Mr. Christopher Anderson? Oh, there he is, Mr. Chris Anderson, sir. Good morning. More customers he's putting in. Congratulations, sir. Man, look, our group is moving. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but those that listen to me are moving their numbers. That's what gets me so fired up. Anyway, I got a call from Vince yesterday, and I thought he was on here. He's listening at his shop. He's had to go open up one of his 3 restaurants. And he said, Al, just kind of get some energy from you. Let me help. And within 4 or 5 minutes, I said, Vince. He said, Al, you know, I love network marketing. I did ACN, I did well, but I didn't make the kind of money you made, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, within 4 or 5 minutes, I said, hey, Vince, would that be Visa or be MasterCard? He goes, hold on. Another IBO in. Just know what you guys are doing. And so I've been trading on Wednesday. Wednesday nights, just training how to get people in the business. Since Wednesday, today's Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 days later, we signed up a total of 4 more IBOs just from that call. You guys, I'm telling you, if I ever do it again, if you're not busy at 6, matter of fact, what are you doing so important if you can't learn how to do this? Because evidently, if you did, you'd be, SCP by now. Anyway, whatever excuse you want to use, that's fine. Hey, we got a great call lined up. Pastor Thomas, it was good talking to you a little while ago. We got some things going on today with Pastor Thomas, with a couple people at MLM. Thank you, Pastor Thomas in Texas. Man, today I've been I have not slowed down all day long. Have not slowed down and prospected 4 people today already. I am jacked up sideways. Let me know when Mr. Nelson gets on. He's a few minutes running a minute or two late, but I just want to just kind of share that with you. So tonight, 6 o'clock Pacific Coast time, Al's Happy Hour. I want the people that were on the last couple Wednesdays to share what they've grown and what they got. The rest of you come here. And don't forget the RD panel tonight, also at Al's Happy Hour. And then we're going also to go through some promotions tonight, and we're going to break down some things also tonight. Tomorrow night is going to be the leadership at 6 o'clock p.m. and don't miss that as well. Mr. Mario McGraw, good to see you, sir. Brand new IBO, just about qualified. Our new IBO we got him 8 points already. Yes, Mr. Okay, yeah, Texas, up in Charlotte. They're coming in like crazy right now. You know why? Because we have the best opportunity out there, period, hands down. Never in our lifetime have God stopped the whole world on his axis. And there's 330 million people in the United States that are looking, praying. Think about it. People got first mortgage, second mortgage, and not paying them. 2 kids, 1 in private school. They got a house up at the lake they can't afford. Folks, I'm telling you right now is a perfect time. I've got people calling me up that have never have left the business or coming back in the business just because of what's happening. They were too good to do network marketing. I was talking to Pastor Thomas about that a little while ago down there in Texas, and now they're jumping in like crazy because why? Everybody, it's a brand new day. 2021 is right around the corner. People, women are going to bed tonight crying, holding their husband with a tear going down their cheek. How are we going to pay for the Christmas gift? The husband's turning the other way. He's crying, tear going down his, he don't know what he's going to do because the job just gave him a notice that in 30 days, adios amigos. And man, he's been there 10, 15, 20 years. We are in the perfect storm and you should be taking full advantage of it. That's why I'm so jacked up, because every day I'm bringing in new people myself personally. And I'm just having a blast with this. I'm having more fun than the law allows. It should be illegal, Mr. Daryl Ranson. And I can't understand why more of you not out there doing the things I've given you. Because I said before, some of you ain't going to be with me in 2021. I'm going to be, what happened to Mr. Thomas? He just blew up. He gone. Gone. Mr. Byron Baker, gone. Because why? I don't have time to play. And I've been teaching and training on this, I mean, every single day. I think for leadership, I'm going to do something special on leadership. I feel the need to show y'all something. Whoo, some of this stuff I ain't did in years is coming out of me. Y'all better watch out, bring your seatbelts with you, because we're going to take off. Well, look here. First of all, I want to also thank Mr. Nelson for being here faithfully every Friday for us and helping you guys understand the particulars about your business and how to really work your business. You know, and I don't want nothing but the best for you guys, but you got to understand life is short, but you got to be able to put it in, do it. Look, I was talking to Pastor Thomas on the phone today. We talked a good hour today. And I was on the phone talking to him, and we got some superstars, network marketers we got to talk to today later on. We got some 3 ways we got to do later on. But the beautiful thing is you got to understand the business. You have to understand your business. Mr. Daryl Marin, we got to talk after the call, sir. I got to talk with you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, because so much is happening right now. Now, let me say this. You got, I'm gonna talk about, I may wait till Saturday to talk about the 7 dwarfs, because I don't think you guys understand the 7 dwarfs. The 7 dwarfs were amazing. Now, people are like the 7 dwarfs. They're sleepy. There's some of y'all gonna sleep right through 2020 and mass 2021 because you're sleeping and you're not being a part of what I'm doing. So you're gonna get left behind. They're sleepy. You know, you got to get out of the way when it's time to, it's time to make phone calls. Mr. Pastor Thomas, I was talking to him. He said he want to make X amount of dollars, and I can't say it because I don't want nobody to turn me in. And I said, how you do that is you got to get 3 to 5 video out every day. No, let me tell you what I told him. He's on here. I'm a witness. He's on here. Matter of fact, you can take your phone off a mute if you can. I told him, you got to send out 3 to 5. You got to be different. If you want to make that kind of money, 3 to 5. Now, when you send a video out, say, look, hey, Billy, I'm going to use that for example. Hey, Billy, are you available? You got a few minutes. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to send you a video out. I want you to look at, and I want you to call me back in 10 minutes. That's it. That's it. Write it down. That's it. That's it. Send me out. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody I've been signing up, it's less than 3-minute conversation. I had Jason on, the other guy that signed up the other day. I said, tell him less than 2.47 seconds. Bam, in the business. Yesterday, Vince is on there. I don't know if he's on here now. Hey, Vince, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, boom, he in it. But see, I'm trying to teach you guys, all this talking you're doing is not going to get the job done. And I told Pastor this morning, I said, Pastor Thomas, send a video out. I said, look, call him, hey, you got a few minutes here? I'm going to send you a video. I want you to call me back in 10 minutes. You got to tell people what you want. You got to tell them the whole day, the whole life, they've been told what to do. Ding, time to get up. Ding, got to have breakfast. Ding, got to be at the door. Ding, got to check in. Ding, it's lunchtime. Ding, time to go. They've been told their whole life since school what to do because they don't think. They don't think. They're not trained to think. They're trained to be droids. Like right now, put your mask on. Do this, do that. They're trained. You got to train them up. There's a Bible saying the way they go when they get old, they don't depart from it. So we got to train people what you want them to do. I'm going to send you a video out. I want you to look at it and call me back in 10 minutes. Bam, 10 minutes, the phone don't ring. You pick up the phone. Billy, what's going on? You look at the video. Oh, you look, okay. I'll call you back in 15 more minutes. Click. Billy, what did you like the most? Oh, the money. Me too. What do you like the feeding kids? Me too. Whatever the answer is always what, Mr. Dale Ranson? Me too. You're bonding. And people were amazing on Wednesday how fast I was bonding with people. I bonded with everybody. Girl, I was just having fun. And I bond. Hey, great. You like that too? Hey, when can we get you started? We want you on the team. That's all you need to say. You're scared to ask for the order. We want you on the team is all I say to people. We want you on the team. Mrs. Belinda, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Would that be Visa, MasterCard? That's all I said. Would I be? You guys heard these conversations live. Let me go get it. I got both of them. Which one do you want? Either one. Whichever one is good. That's all you said. If you could send, and I told Pastor this morning, because he wants X amount of dollars. And I said 3 to 5 every day and keep track of it. That's all you're going to do. Uh-oh, Mr. Nelson's on. But we'll get, Lord, let me slow it down. I was ready to go to the 7 divorce on y'all in a minute. Lord have mercy. God touched messages God's been giving me. I got so much to give so much right now. I feel like King Kong right now, but I can't deliver it. Whoo, Lord have mercy. God, Lord. I'm going to walk around the block and blow out Christmas lights because I'm just, my heat off my chest is, boy, I'm just beaming because I'm excited about all the people coming in. Oh, Lord have mercy. Without further ado, this young man tells from the Southern California area. Been in before I got in. He was one of the who. I mean, you can name it. And he's, let me tell you something. The best, for y'all who never heard this before for the first time, the best SV promotion I ever, not even an RVP, SVP promotion I ever heard, this young man. Was Martin Cerruto. I'll swear. I mean, I'm telling you, to me, it just touched my heart. Anytime you get Marvin Sapp sing a song in front of 20-some thousand people, when the whole auditorium, the whole stadium was vibrating. I mean, vibrating. Man, I was looking up. I thought the ceiling was going to come down. I thought I was going to see God that day. But anyway, it was vibrating. And you have Les Brown standing next to you as a witness. The co-founders sitting off their seats like this, all four of them. I know they ain't never expect. Well, anyway, I was so blown away by that promotion. I'll talk about that to the day the good Lord takes me home, because that was one, hands down, by far. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Probably won't ever see anything like that again. If you wanted to witness it, go back online on YouTube and Google his name, Mr. Byron Nelson, and look at his promotion. It was, whoo, Lord have mercy. I came out for that. I was in church. Anyway, without further ado, been in the business 27 years, got a strong organization, a thought leader, a great mentor, a father, a mentor, and also a health expert. Without further ado, Mr. Byron Nelson. Oh yeah, baby. Woo-hoo! I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Where are you at? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can't see, but I can hear you. I see the light. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Great morning, sir. I am just
morning.
honored, blessed, and just so blessed, so honored. Just be on the call, just to see you. I can see
Amen.
you. I can see you. I see dead people. I'm just really excited to be with you guys this morning. I love you, Mr. Thomas. Boy, vibrating. He said I was vibrating. I was like, yeah. I was like, an electrical suit. Man, I so love this man. He's just amazing. How could you not have a circle like Mr. Al Thomas? I mean, how could you not have him in your circle? I mean, and if you have a bad day, you're supposed to die. It's just supposed to. For those that are new, he is just the most extraordinary. I mean, literally one of the most extraordinary people I know on the planet. I mean, I don't even think he's human. He just stays lit. You know how he got to his wealth and accumulated his wealth? And you can write it down. I'll start with notes and just tell you. So I can, because he's not going to tell you, he just shows up that way. It's called attitude. Attitude is everything. You could change, it could be a rainy day. You can change the entire climate of the human race with your attitude. You know, and when you have somebody that's that amazing and that magical, I mean, an amazing father, mentor, teacher, a person who loves people, a person who loves to teach, a person who's doing this call and he doesn't have to, who pours and contributes. I've been really in this conversation over the last week of contribution, which is the epitome of who Mr. Al Thomas is. It's just, how much are you contributing? How much are you giving back? How much are you loving on other people unconditionally without an agenda? And that is who Mr. Al Thomas is to me. That's why we have these calls. That's why he's going to have happy hour tonight. That's why he does his calls daily. That's why he calls on other leaders to get himself out of the way. And you guys really just need to give him the greatest applause ever, because he is a legend. He's a myth. He's known worldwide. He does not need to be helping anybody in anything, quite frankly. You know, he really doesn't have to do anything except for get on his plane and fly somewhere to get away from more people. You know, so, but yeah, I just want you guys to really recognize and acknowledge him. And everything I'm saying about Mr. Al Thomas is easy to do a training because you have the epitome of a leader here on the call. When you look at, jumping right into the training, what is it that, besides the sound of your own ear, what is it that the human being looks for, seeks for, or wants more than anything else on the planet? You know, beyond just the epitome of love, what is it that a person really seeks from everyone that they know? And I'm gonna give you an open book test today. I've been working with this on my teams from yesterday. They want acknowledgement. Everybody wants to be acknowledged. Have you ever talked to somebody and it's like, or your loved one, your husband, your wife, your child, it could be whatever, and you just poured everything out as far as you're excited about something, or something is about to happen, or you anticipate, you're on your way to RD, or you just conquered something in your life. Maybe you stopped drinking and you haven't drank for 6 months, and then you're sharing it with somebody that it's new information. And then they just kind of like, yeah. And they go on about their own conversation and don't acknowledge you. So if you can take from what we already know and we can start to give and pick and choose our battles, you will then create what is the law of reciprocity and the ebb and flow in people giving back. Everyone wants to be acknowledged. That's the part of edification of why Mr. Al Thomas is so large. One of my slogans is, if you're truly living the life that you need to live, you never have to tell anybody what you're doing. If you're truly living the life that you need to live, then you don't need to tell anybody what you're doing. You know why? Because the rest of the world is already telling everybody what you're doing. You don't have to worry about getting customers, because if you treated 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 customers right, they'll go get you another 100. You don't have to go get 3, 400, business partners, because if you treated the first 3 right, you don't even. It's one of the things that's funny. We have to teach today edification and fear of loss. Me and Mr. Al Thomas didn't have to teach that. We didn't even have to learn it. The way people pour it into us, we duplicate it. I hope you guys are getting this. It's a lot. The way people poured into us, it was so, I can remember what kept me in this business is somebody gave me a Snickers for a 3-day weekend. and I didn't have nothing to eat. They had no idea how important that Snickers bar was. I can remember somebody took me to go get my first cufflink shirt. They didn't know I knew nothing about a cufflink shirt. I thought I was wearing cufflink shirts when I got in, and I was in my 20s. I thought cufflink shirts for weddings, for proms. That's all I knew about a cufflink shirt. I'm sorry about that irritation. So I didn't know. Follow my own laws. I'm trying to figure out who's stupid enough to be calling me. So I didn't know that. And it was the little things in the journey of my first, it wasn't just making the money, which I did. It wasn't just acquiring the customers or somebody helped me. That's what I did. That's protocol. If you recognize in your entire journey of life, this goes way beyond network marketing. It goes into just life. If you look at the people that have had that stick in you, I call them, you have to become, you want to become, you don't have to, you can do whatever you want to. When I deal with somebody, when I sponsor somebody, when I work with somebody, that I make a project specifically that I'm going to pour into, my goal, my personal goal is to become a mental tattoo. I can tell you of the people, the projects I'm working with right now, I am a mental tattoo, as they are to me. Outside of their husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, I want to be right like a nanosecond, like I want to be like a millimeter away from God, whoever they wake up to in bed, right underneath there. I'm like right there. I'm going to be so on their brain that they wake to the point where the relationships I've built over the last 25 years plus, I literally have relationships wake up with me on their brain, talking to each other about me. I'm coming first. It's like, yes, they wake up to each other, but I'm right there in bed with them. I've had couples go to bed. Renan and Boris will tell you, I went to bed with them. It's like they went to bed talking about me, they woke up talking about me. That's why they're number one in the world right now. It's like, no, we're having a legitimate threesome. Everything I do, please don't take this out of context, it's a threesome. In every relationship I do a threesome with Al Thomas. You know who it is? It's me, Al Thomas, and God. Because there's power in numbers. We have a threesome. We pray, we talk, I need numbers. I need a power. I said, if Jesus got 12 disciples, if it works for him, I need a squad. I want to be a mental tattoo. When somebody's in my space, I want them infected. And with that comes understanding how to create powerful relationships. This is called relationship marketing. I want unstoppable. I want the tree taking roots. I have to water it. I have to nourish it. I have to take it to the level that it is that I can go and get it. And so this is really about really learning how to get to the point where you're thinking outside of the box. You're doing business outside of the box. Let me give you one guy an example. There's let me see if I can pull it up here. Jebra, make sure I have control to be able to just share. So there is here. There's a couple of things here I want you to see. So I have here. Where am I? There I go. There I go. Maybe that's it. What did I do with it? Stick with me, family. I'm here. I'm going to show you something of thinking outside of the box. It's 2 minutes and 49 seconds. And I'm going somewhere with this picture. So I want to share something with you. So one of my first students when I came into business in 1996, who became an RVP, Circle of Champions, and blew the business up, who's no longer with the business. He's gone on to 2 other companies and made multiple 7 figures in at least 3 companies. But he's still one of my best friends because companies don't define my relationships. I utilize relationships to be able to leverage my business, but companies will never define my relationships. So I want you to understand that. It's a bigger conversation for another day. It's not the street I want to play on, but I want you to have it in your notes. So I want to share with you what I did with this young man is actually, we have a VC, which is venture capital group. We have an investment group. We're leveraged into about 3 different dimensions with the trifecta in 3 different countries. Because once you learn how to make money, you have to learn how to keep money, and then you have to make money grow. That's another lane as well. That's a street for another day, but hopefully you wrote that down. You know, most people never learn how to make money. That's the biggest problem right there. So once we have that in place, now mentally we understand. But this gentleman, I remember he was so good. Like I said, with me and Mr. Al Thomas, we were so good at promoting. But we had somebody who poured into us so well that it was natural for us to edify. See, if you're taking care of, I call them your kids, your downline, your kids. It's just metaphor, right? Because I got people twice my age in my downline. But my kids, if you take care of your kids the proper way, if you promote them properly, if you edify them properly, if you serve them properly, if you love on them properly, if you give them care properly, if you water them properly, if you fertilize them properly, if you're tending your crops properly, if you wake up and you become the farmer and that becomes your #1 priority. I mean, it doesn't mean that it replaces your job, it replaces your family, it replaces your faith. It means that as a farmer, that's your #1 goal, is to make those crops feed you first, feed your family, and then feed millions of people. If that's your #1 goal, is that your farm within ACN, whatever you call your farm, that, you know, whatever city you have it in, whatever demographic you build it in, that you become so great in horticulture of farming people, farming leaders to be specific. You might want to write that down. If I become great at farming leaders, and I'm farming leaders in a way that is built on so much agape, so much love, so much, so you're just loving on them. My leaders never leave me. Now, things in their life may take them, and that's just part of network marketing. Some people come, you're gonna hit ETL, and they're gonna quit. Some people hit RD, and then they're gonna quit. Some people hit RDs, then they quit. Some people hit RVP, and then they quit. All I knew is I was going where I was going, and I was grateful. I'm gonna write that word down. I was grateful. I didn't get upset when people quit. I was grateful if they got 5 customers. I was grateful if they left a leader behind. I was grateful in everything they did. So I'm a farmer. If you're looking to live off of just one seed, one plant, one tree, you're supposed to be hungry. You should be dying. You're dying. At every point that I hit, obviously they didn't have SVP when I started. I hit SVP 3 times in my first 2.5 years, just so everybody is clear. So if you want to get caught up on the title, literally I hit it 3 times. So I knew that I needed to get to the top of position, and I was not going to stop till I got to the top of position. I knew that's where the game started. I planted my seed that is I'm going to get to the top of the position, and if it doesn't work, I'll just never do any of these things again in my life. That was in November of 1995. And I felt that at any point that I had not hit that top of the position, something was wrong with me. There was something wrong with me. I felt paralyzed. I felt like, okay, what am I not doing? My horticulture skills have stunted. If I was ETL for 1 day too long, I was just like, I hit ETL in my first 48 hours. I hit RD literally in under 100 days. I had to grow into The SVP, that technically back then you had to have 3 times qualifications. I did that in 2 years. I don't understand people that take, now you get to a point and it's like, my journey to SVP that they created now, I was in retirement mentally. I had checked out. And I was making at the time, without getting into money, more money as an RVP than over 50% of the SVPs. So I was in, y'all gonna catch this later. Anyway, the volume that I had built was ridiculous. I didn't have one lucky leg. Now everybody has a bionic leg, but that I actually built that leg. Nobody taught me how to even out my efforts. Once I learned how to even out my efforts and balance it out, I got lucky again. Why? Because I worked again. People always think it's like they lucky because they got all these leaders in their leg. 1, you can be lucky. 2, 3, 4, platinum RVP and SVP, there is no luck in it. Everything else, I know people are lucky. They just got a title. That's luck. Because it takes nothing to hit RD. Heck, it takes nothing to hit RVP. The way they created it now is 3,000 points. That's less than 1,000 customers. How the hell could you not hit RVP? That's just mentally dysfunction. That is a dysfunction within the individual. $3,000 points was my TC position. When I came, that was my RD. When I started in the business, the new RVP position today was my RD position when I started in the business that I hit in 90 days. I did that in 90 days. Anybody getting this? Because it's just, I took who I'm about to share with you, my partner, his wife. I'm the reason him and his wife are married. I remember she called me. She's a beast. I'm not going to go into edification or go into her name and all that right now, but she is one of the most renowned women on the planet right now in regards to business, minority business, and just the human race alone. She's one of the top people sought after that is a direct source for Forbes magazine as well, because of this industry and because of this company. See, people don't understand the tentacles that grow once you make a name in this company. You're playing almost like a football or basketball player or a hockey player that only has a 3 to 4 year, shelf life, and fighting for like $2 instead of understanding if you just became the best that you needed to become, they pay you 10 times the amount of money of who you are for what you do outside of what you do. I don't know if is anybody getting this? Are y'all? If you just became who you needed to become, focused on what was in front of you, mastered this game, the universe will pay you 10 times the amount of money that you make in this business outside of this business. But because 97% play small, you're still trying to get over the RD hump, not even in the top 10. Think about it. If you are RD, when was the last time you were in the top 10? It takes nothing to be in the top 10 as RD, which means you're really on an RD. You're faking it. It's like, and you're not lying to anybody but yourself. The rest of the world can tell you're lying. The only thing you can pull in the universe of leaders is people that follow you, a whole bunch of sheep. Because you can't even point to the documentation and say, here I am on the charts in the top 20. In fact, RD, I think, Mr. Thomas, don't they show the top 50? RD, they show the top 50.
Yeah, they do.
Top 50.
Because it's a joke.
It's a joke. I remember when I came in, as I am right now, the way I'm mentally set up and wired for 2021 is sick. Because my leaders and my projects, ignorance, their ignorance on fire. They don't know anything other to be #1 every month next year. They know that's my standard. If I'm going to work, which I don't have to, then you have no choice to be in the top 10. or quit working with me now? That's the conversation. That's not being hard. I'm not talking to a leader after they hit RD. That's the conversation they have day one. Here's my expectation. I'm going to do the heavy lifting that you can't do. I expect you to do everything that you can. And we go crazy. So I want to share this right here. This is one of my partners who literally is just one of the most amazing people. I'm going somewhere with this, which is why I'm showing it. I want you to hear and see this. Let me turn this on here. Let me go here. Let me put this here. Let me go here. Can you guys see that, Mr. Thomas? Can you see that? Okay, here we go. One of my first students in network marketing.
I think the misconception is that people feel like this just happens to certain people. I think people feel like there's no journey. And I'm telling you right now, all of us have been through it. And the law of intentionality is you've got to recognize that it is up to you and you only to determine what you're going to get out of not just this industry, but what you're going to get out of your life. Nothing happens by accident. You've got to be in the driver's seat. I tell people a lot of times, vehicle called life, and they're riding in the passenger seat. They don't have control over the speed. They don't have control over which turn they make, what route they're taking, when they're going to get to that destination, because they're in the passenger seat. And we're here to tell you, you've got to get out, walk around, get in that driver's seat, and make the decision that you are going to be intentional about what you're going to do. And I believe this. I believe that there's a timeline every single time somebody joins a network marketing company. You've got a timeline where you have a starting point, you've got an ending point. Now, some of us keep going, which is why we've become leaders. But in the starting point, here's what happens. That's when you get started with all these emotions like optimism, belief, excitement. We want to just erase that myth of people just arrive. What happened for me was I got so excited about this industry that I said, you know what? I'm going for it. I believe. I never had any doubts. And people thought I was crazy. People told me this would never work. People called it a pyramid scheme. You heard all that stuff, right? And that's reality, because when you hear it, it's how you respond to it that's going to make the difference. Some of the closest people to you are going to be the ones that tell you this won't work. I got in anyway. And I got in and I started having some success. Maybe 6 months or 9 months in, I went full time. I'm quitting my job. I don't recommend that to a lot of people.
We don't recommend that.
Thank God I had the temperament to survive that, but what happened was I quit my job. And I said, I'm gonna do this. I'm going all in, let's roll. And I started building my business. Now keep in mind, all my family and friends were like, that's not gonna work. That was my motivating factor.
Now, I share that because I want to go somewhere with that. Now, his wife is, thank you so much, Alphonse, that his wife and him, when they started in the business, two things.
Our next speaker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Had a rather interesting.
My trading tap on.
By the way, they are an amazing couple.
Man, when I started with them, amazing. incredible couple. When I started with them, they didn't even know each other. And they were two of my best friends and mentees, one on my left, one on my right. Literally, I mean, me and Pasha rode shotgun. In fact, I remember getting the call from his wife at 3 o'clock in the morning. And she said, I need to finish out this top position. I've built, at that time, you needed 5 legs, quadruple the qualifications. 4 of her legs quit on her. So I need you to have a perspective of this. She had to have, when we started in this business, to hit RD, I needed not 600 points. I needed 1,000 customers to hit RD. So you only need 300 customers to hit RD. I mean, that's maximum. With the point system today, you really only need about 200. You only need 200 customers. That's 10 people getting 20 customers. That's just sick, right? That's just ridiculous. So you need maximum 300 customers. I had to get 1,000 customers to hit RD. I still did it in 90 days. Pasha called me at 3 o'clock in the morning and 4 of her lines had quit. She was 1 RD away from hitting SVP as you know it. 4 lines and 4 levels of her organization had gone toast and quit right before she hit the top of the mountain. We had a coaching and mentoring call. And within 90 days, she built 4 legs, 4,000 customers, and broke every record going to the top of the game. True story. I'll have her get on and have that conversation. It was a mentality. It was a decision. And it was a pissed off, non-negotiable atmosphere that nothing is going to stop me. I shared that because the relationship I have with them now, ironically, I am now doing with Steve and another person that I mentored, who's number 16 of the money earners in the world currently, that I mentored 6 years ago. He's averaging right now about $300,000 net take home per week. And we were to launch on the 15th. We're launching on just a trifecta of what we're doing on a VC, a multi 7-figure investment that will yield us $1 billion in under 3 years. We'll make $1 million in one day on the first day of doing what we're doing together. I don't say that to impress you. I got that out of ACN. My seed money came out of ACN. My training came out of ACN. My discernment came out of the ACN. Me learning how to identify the right people came out of ACN. Me being able to filter and know who to do business with came out of ACN. The respect and credibility of people wanting to come to me and do 7- and 8-figure business came out of ACN. It is the Harvard University of the industry. You graduate here, everybody on the planet wants to work with you in a whole nother capacity. Our dealings have nothing to do with another network marketing company. I will only do ACN. Each one of them is in their own company, making multiple 7 figures. And we learn how to make our money, keep our money, invest our money, and then multiply it and share information, which is extraordinary because of the relationships. When I started, Steve was, at the time, I believe, ETL going RD. He might have been RD and I was an RVP. He had over 3,000 people as an RD waiting in line for me. There's no hype on me. That's how great of a promoter he was and edification he was for me. In Chicago, that wasn't an amazing thing because back then we had numbers that was just ridiculous, just like London did, each country, Canada has, we've all experienced it somewhere in the playing field. What was astonishing is how much as a leader he stepped up, how much he promoted, how much he controlled his organization, how much his organization loved me to go out there to expose the opportunity and have 3,000 people on January 7th. At 8 below zero, they were standing outside for an hour waiting to get in to hear an hour presentation. As an RD, he didn't say, "Oh, I got a heavy hitter. Could you talk to him, Mr. Thomas? Hey, I got somebody who's making $1 million. Could you talk to him? Oh, I got 3, 4, 5 people. I'm getting about 10 people. Could you do a team call for me? I got about 12, 13 people on the call." I just had this conversation. I'll show you here. I'll show you. No, let me go here. Just so you understand, it's a mentality. It has nothing to do with my title. It's the way I was when I came in as a CQ. I set up here. I don't even know if you'll be able to see. I just want you to see. This is a conversation I just had here with Mr. Greg Provenzano. We've been going back and forth all day. Happy Thanksgiving. We go back and forth. And I know it's too small for you to be able to read, so I'll just paraphrase it for you. He was supposed to do a call for me this month in December, and I text him back. Now, I have a massive organization. I got ETLs in all over the world. I mean, into the thousands, if not tens. I got hundreds of RDs all over the world. And we had conversation on the phone in October, and I said, I'm going to work. And I said, do you mind if you do a call for me and then set up an infrastructure to train a league of assassins that are going to kill this business? He said, got back to me, of course, absolutely, Mr. Nelson. This is the same relationship that Mr. Al Thomas has. And I had to text him back, that was on last Saturday, and apologize to him. And we got on the phone, what are you apologizing for? I said, because I didn't set up the call, because I didn't do what I needed to do. There's no way I'm just going to have a handful of people and de-edify you, as valuable as your time is, to just have a handful of people that I broke his ETLs on the call. My job was to create triple digits, at minimum double digits of new blood. I don't even want any of my old blood on the call. They're not allowed to get on. Because the person has been in ETL for over a year, a person has been in RD for over a year. There's something wrong with them, not the business. They haven't made a decision to do something. I don't, they can go to a national, maybe they can go to Eric Worre's training of GoPro, or maybe they can get on with Mr. Adler and go read Beach Money, but they're already in the business and they've already made a decision to not do the business, but just show up with a title. No, I don't want any of my old blood. That's how you have a heart attack, is when old blood coagulates in the vein and hardens, and the new blood can't go through to get to the heart and get to the rest of the body. It's a guaranteed heart attack. They have no new blood. They just are old blood. It's great. It was good when it was fresh. They haven't learned that. They haven't learned how to go get maybe they need a colonoscopy. Maybe they need to go and fast for like a week. Maybe, I don't know what you got to do. But you need a complete reframing of your life. You need to completely, and if I'm pissing somebody off, then I'm doing my job. Because you should be ashamed to tell someone, you know, when I hit RD and I purged out and it goes in and you hit RVP and you can purge out, I remember I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I would get on calls and people were like, because naturally I'm a love bug. So I naturally want attention. It's hard for me to not get attention when I show up. Some people really understand this. It's a personality type. I like to be seen. I like to be heard. Do you know how humble it was? How much humility I had to gain to want to show up and tell leaders, please don't tell anybody I'm here until I'm back on the charts. I don't even want nobody. I would show up on, it was back then, it was go something. It was a different thing, but it was just like Zoom. And I would come on and I wouldn't even have my name or picture on. I wouldn't anybody know to see me until I was on the charts. That's just my pride. I didn't want anybody to ever see me unless I was on the charts. I don't even want nobody to know I was working the business, because it's just embarrassing to me that if I'm going to be in the game, I need to be documented. I need to truly prove who I am to the people I'm working with. Now, if I had 10 brand new people on there, I'd open up my screen. I mean, that's my question here. We have this conversation for the last 3 weeks. How many new people do you have on this call? If you're an ETL or RD, do you have 10 new people? Then you're bad blood. Now we can recirculate you. We can pull you out and put you into the churn and, get some white blood plates. And we can get you back to, we can bring you back to life. You aren't dead yet. But you definitely need some coffee, some caffeine, don't even get coffee. Just go get some caffeine pills. So it just jolts the heart, maybe, Maybe get the electrical just bring you to life. Now, the reason I shared Mr. Steve Carter is because I'm going somewhere with this. Let's get back to the people who want to make some money that are new. So each group has a team or a brand. I want to show you, I'm going to show you here my WhatsApp. I start from day one, making sure they know ACN is the university and Matrix is the fraternity or sorority. ACN writes your checks. The fraternity is going to get you through to make sure you graduate with flying colors. So if I click in here as we do a search, and I want to put Matrix. If you go through this, do you see how many? You can't even go off the page. You see how many Matrix groups I have? Matrix Legacy, Renovated, Assassins, Matrix Empire, the New York Matrix, that's Renata and Boris, Matrix Evolution, Matrix Kim Sumner, Matrix Soteria, Matrix Reloaded, Inspired, Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Freedom, Matrix Global Force, Matrix Columbia, Matrix Equipo, Ganado, Gall, Matrix Revolution, Matrix Underground, The Project for Matrix, Matrix SEAL Team, Matrix 300, Matrix TV, Matrix SEALs, Matrix R&B, Matrix New Jersey. I mean, just every one of my leaders, and if you go to the top of my WhatsApp, you'll see I only have 2 pinned at the top. It's only 2 projects I'm working with. Now, in that, I want to share with you of thinking outside the box, because if I go in here and I click on, let's start with Matrix Renovated or Matrix Legacy, notice I wake up to this team and go to bed when I take on a project every morning. Everybody is in there having fun. This team is like on fire. Then Alicia, she's doing her own presentations. She's breaking it down. So guess what her other leaders started to do? Their own presentations, which is why in the last 2 weeks, she's broken 3 ETLs in under 14 days. That makes sense. And she's not just helping people break, she's actually breaking leaders. They're all on the call, by the way. They do what she does. They're on this call, I'm on this call, she's on this call, Ty's on this call, they're on the call, Alfredo's on the call, Ritzy's on the call. They're all on the call because we're duplicating. Wherever they go, I'm gonna go. Wherever they go, I'm gonna go. Wherever they go, I'm gonna go. They making the money, let's follow them. Let's just follow the money. Just kind of show up. So then in turn, with her doing that, right? So Alfredo broke ETL in 7 days. His wife did it in, I think, like 10 days. They showed up this month. So here, I'm going somewhere with this. Stick with me. And I'm going to come back to Stephen Pasha. So Alfredo and Britzy, they have direct communication with me, obviously. It goes into the pot. So I shared this with my private team this week. Here, I'm going to go and share. And so we go back and forth because there's massive communication. Hey, coach, what do you think of this? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's go. Let's go. Fired up. Let's go. Just broke another ETL, about to break another one. He will go RD. I'm anticipating Ty and Elise will break because they only need about 100 points. They'll finish it damn near by the end of the year, if not by January. And Alfredo and them will finish by the end of Alfredo and them are probably going to finish 2 weeks after Ty and Elise hit RD by default. And it stimulates and creates a firecracker effect for everybody else. But it's not just hitting the positions. They're doing it with massive momentum. They're doing it in duplicational fashion. They're doing it by being the example that people want to follow. They're doing it by not sitting up there talking to their teams, but doing it and then saying, watch what I do. I put up a post about me, my father, and my son. Maybe you should go to my page. And it's just a very powerful post. It's like my father didn't tell me how to live. He let me watch him live. And then I became who I became. So in that right here is what, I want you guys to see this. This is done within his first 3 weeks of business. I keep embarrassing him because he's on the screen, but him and his wife put this together. And it just it literally made me cry. This is when I actually jump in the water with somebody, because I want to explain the psychology of this after you see this real quick. I want to make sure that you guys hear it in your screen, because you got to do that share thing. Do it here. Yep, it's there. Okay.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Alfredo, and I'm here to talk to you about the importance of identity theft protection. 85% of families currently don't have identity theft protection, and it's crazy because we protect our cars, our homes. What exactly are we doing to protect ourselves? Data breaches and cybercrime are actually the biggest threats facing consumers today. In fact, over 145 million personal records were actually stolen in 2019. So I can't even imagine what's happening this year. Being a victim of identity theft, I saw the importance of having something like this, not only to protect myself, but also to protect my family. And I know there's a lot of people on social media that are following me, and you guys can see that I have about 10 to 15 fake accounts that are made in my image to scam people all over the world and basically selling my information in the black market. And guys, I knew the importance of having something like this. So if you too are going through the same thing that I'm going through, I think it's probably a smart idea to protect yourself and your family. And guys, I've partnered up with an amazing premium identity theft service. Not only do they protect your information, but they also fix whatever problem that you're having, right? Not a lot of companies do that. So guys, I'm so blessed to be partnered up with them. I can help you get protected. All you have to do is reach out to me. Don't be part of those 85% of people that currently don't have any protection for themselves. Make sure you protect yourself and also your families. Love you all. Take care.
So my question is, if you're an RD, or if you're an ETL, or if you screw the title, if you've been in past a year, and we're in an online business before COVID, and right now, all of our business is done online after COVID, and you're present, and we keep telling you people don't get into your business because of widgets, gadgets, and gadgets, or even because of the company. They're gonna get in because of you. And that everything is about having a presence. And this person did it. This is why he hit ETL in 7 days. This is why in 30 days this is why he's already on track and understands to get 200 customers. In his first 90 days, he already knows he needs over 200 points. He's not just hitting a title. How are you leading your people is my question. If I sat down with anybody on here, how the hell are you leading your people? Not what am I doing as an FSBP, not what's Al Thomas doing, as what the hell is your team doing? They're gonna follow what you do, which ain't jack. His team is gonna duplicate what he's doing. Do you know how many times? I know, because I do this crap. Do you know, when I say this crap, the work that goes into it? Do you know how many times he had to watch that video for ID theft to put his own video together? Do you know how many times he actually had to, I'm sorry, thank you. Do you know how many times he actually had to write out the words of an ID? He didn't say anything. He doesn't have to get approval from ACN. You know why? He said nothing about ACN. He said nothing about any money. He said it's a minute and 43 seconds of professionalism of saying, I partner with a premium company. And guess what? He just saved himself in putting in all that work. All he's got to do is send that out to 10, 15 people a day and say, would you support my business? Not just call them, would you support my business, and text them. Guess what? He did it so professionally, people are like, they're gonna, if Al Thomas sent me something, it's a minute and 43 seconds, I'm gonna look at it just to look at it. I'm like, wow, yeah, I'll support you. It's 1,000 times greater than you just called me on the phone and said, Al, I was like, hey, B, I'm in a company, would you do me a favor, help me out? He's like, look, B, I need you to take a minute and 43 seconds of your life and then tell me if you would support me. Text me. And then after, hell yeah, I'll support you. What is it? What I gotta do? So I shared that because I want you to see something of what happened with me and Steve and Pasha, and with Alfred and all the rest of my people in and outside the business. So I go here. I have a point to this. I hope you guys are with me. So in that, I'm gonna show my WhatsApp again. And in here, I'm gonna go to my own thread, which is here. And guess what we did? I taught this, I trained this. Me and all my team of everybody, I have so many people that I know, as you do. You have so many people that have approached you with network marketing. Why not learn how to collab with them? You know what me and Steve did? Steve did it immediately. He's like, hey, B, I sent it over. What else you need? I got your annual 310. You need me to do anything else? It's like, no, just send me what you need. It's called trading. Guess what? This very next day, hey, VO, Steve. I said, hopefully it opens, but I'm sitting up there and I'm like, whatever you need, because I went ahead and got his. It's like, let's trade services. I've done that with 15 people this week that are in other companies. I'm like, I'm gonna support your company, you support my company, whatever. Yeah, of course, it's just right off the box. I got 10 customers. I immediately have a list right now of 25 people that I want to get gifts for. They have nothing to do with my business. And I text them and I said, check it out. I'm sending you a card. I need your address. And what I want to do is I want to give you 1 month of my product for free for Christmas. It's ID sale. Let me tell you all the benefits of it. I allocated $500 for 10 people. I said, if you like it, I need you to either upgrade to and make sure you keep it on the recurring, or we're going to upgrade to the annual. I have a date on each of the 3x5 cards. Last week, I've already acquired 10 new services times 8 points at 80 points for $500 to invest in my own business of money I had to buy a gift anyway. I don't know how you're thinking that you can sit up there and still not have 200 points and call yourself an ETL or an RD and RVP. That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, this is the time to give away services and be able to barter. I mean, I got situation after situation in here I can go through of thinking outside of the box to brand your business. It's the most amazing way to leverage and take your life and your business to the next level when it's the most incredible time to bless people. To be able to see people say, well, what do you want for Christmas? I have people ask me that all the time. Right? I said, I know you saw this 10 years ago. I need 30 minutes of your life. We going out for lunch or something? No, I need you to see the presentation. You haven't seen it in 10 years. Right now, you guys are new. You've been in for a month, 2 months, 3 months. People are saying, what you know, I want to send you something. If you just naturally say, I want to send you a card and something for Christmas, it doesn't even have to be anything expensive. They're naturally going to ask you, well, what do you want for Christmas? What could I send you? I said, well, I need 30 minutes. You know, that thing that you have not taken the time to look at? I need 20 minutes of your life to look at my business. That's all I want for Christmas, is for you to look at it and then decide whether you want to make money with me in 21 or support my business. That's my request. I would even be forwarding. I wouldn't even wait till I call him. I like text him. I was like, I got a Christmas wish. I would text 50 people and say, I got a Christmas wish. You gonna be my Santa this year? They're gonna act immediately in their head, be like, well, what do you want? Funny you should ask. Funny you should ask. Can you hear me? I need 20 minutes of your life. It wasn't much. I just want you for Christmas. I'm gonna sing you Mariah Carey's song. I want you, baby, for Christmas for 25 minutes to see my business. Can you do that without freaking failing on me? Without flaking on me? Without snowing into a snowflake in the middle of Florida? Can I get 25 minutes of your freaking life without you lying to me and saying, yeah, I'll get around to it? Can I do that before you turn me into a Scrooge? Can you give me 25 freaking minutes? Is our relationship worth that? Yeah. Great. Put a ribbon on it. What time? It's real simple. I'm not understanding how you're thinking outside the box and making it work for yourself. It's you know, this is the most prime time to elevate and escalate your business, your life, and your income. I am complete, Mr. Thomas.
Whoa, man, I love it. My God, I got a bunch of notes over here. Look, think outside of the box. I want to thank Alfredo. Man, that man's amazing. It's you know what? That is so creative to hit it. You know, if you're not doing something to do, like Mr. Nelson said, to capitalize on your business, that blew me away right there.
Can I say one thing, Mr. Thomas? Mr. Thomas, can I say one thing?
Yes, sir.
I teach jumping ahead of the line. How do I get, there's a line of 1,000 people trying to work with Al Thomas. How do I get in the front of the line to work with Al Thomas when I just got here and there's a whole line? I'm not RD, I'm not ETL yet, I just started. I'm not an RVP, but I want his support and time. And I mean, how do I get his attention so that he will come and pour everything into me versus working with everybody else when I'm working with this RD who's not supporting me, or this other person who's not giving me the attention, or this other person who's not really doing, they aren't even on the charts. I don't know why I'm working with them, but I don't know. I know I can't just jump over this RD to my SVP and my RVP. So how do I get in front of the line? That put him in front of the line, because in my head, I'm looking at, okay, this is what I would do as an SVP, and I got the resources. If he's doing this when he first starts, and I do all the heavy lifting, then where he would normally be in a year, I could get him there in 30 days because I don't have to worry about if he's going to take initiative. So guess what I've already done? I'm actually in touch. I got an appointment with Mr. Provenzano on Tuesday. Guess what? He's the first thing he's saying. I put it on his radar. So now you just started. Some of y'all have never even sat down one-on-one with Mr. Greg Provenzano, and you're an RD on this call. That's a damn shame. Some of you guys have, yeah, you've been out to lunch. Some of you guys are just groupies. They know who you are, but you've never had a one-on-one coaching session with the leader. You know why? Because you haven't produced nothing worth somebody endorsing you to do so. Guess what I did? I sent this video over to Mr. Greg Provenzano. He wants to know who it is. I said, it's an ETL who hit in 7 days. He hasn't earned the right for a conversation, but he's going RD in under 90. And I want him to have a private business and coaching session directly with you as soon as we complete this. This is who I need. He did this on his own. Now he knows his face. He knows his name. He's looking at the charts. He's watching. He's actually put his name in the universe. Now Alfredo is committed. He's overcommitted because he's put himself out there on blast. So now he has to go and produce, because he's not going to embarrass me, and I'm not going to let him embarrass himself or me. So now we're forced to go out. And some of you guys are just, now you got, I mean, I'm sitting up there reaching out to Tony, and, you know, Mike's in the hospital. I'm in touch with all of them. I'm like, look, you know what? There's only 40 SVPs in the world. I got the next one for you who's coming to the charts. So everybody's been put on notice. Mr. Al Thomas knows who he is. Mr. Al Thomas didn't know who he was until today. All my circle of champions and SVPs know who my leader is, and he immediately jumps and short circuits, not because he's trying to be popular, not because he's begging, but because he's putting in work. And the more work he puts in, all they're doing now is watching, like, oh, I don't know if you guys know TH who's playing for the Lakers right now. If you watch basketball, you need to. But he's the newest kid. He was on the farm team in the GT last year. Right now, he's taking the entire league by storm. Nobody's talking about LeBron and all that. They're looking at the Lakers like, who is this kid? Where did he come from? Okay, let's just watch him. Let's see what he does. What? He hit 33 points, 4 rebounds. Oh, he's earning his stripes. They're almost about to get rid of Kyle Kuzma. They're like, oh, let's watch him in the second game. 16 points. Let's watch him. That's what they're doing, Alfredo. Let's just watch. Oh, we got a new star on the rise. Let's watch this. But you haven't made yourself a star. You're sitting in the background, playing small. I'm sorry, I'm triggered, Miss Tom. I'm sorry. I just had
to. No, man, you got me so fired up here. See, that's what I be trying to tell people. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Monday is our power hour. Thinking outside the box. Wednesday, power out of the box. So he's thinking outside the box and invest in his own business rather than be on Facebook. Look, here's me and my pet rat. Here's me making a hamburger. I make good hamburgers. Here's me in my car. Here's how you like my hat. What about my shoes? Here's me and all my broke friends. He thought outside the box. That's what I get about Facebook. It's not promoting your freaking business. I love it, man. Hey, I was just talking to Pastor Thomas an hour earlier on a call, private call with him after an hour, planning out his income. He said, Miss Tom, I need to make this. How do I go do it? We game plan this morning. We game plan to make X amount of dollars, and he's off to the races with it. It is so many people that stuck in the same position, same title, and they did jack in years. Or AC gave them a title because they got rid of a title, and they still stuck. Yep. Man, I totally agree with you. Man, I tell you what, one of my goals next year, hold on, let me shut up. Man, woo! Can we show Mr. Nelson some love? Let me shut up. Can we show Mr. Nelson? Woo! My God, Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna be on happy hour. I'm gonna be on happy hour. You ain't got to tell me.
All right, good. Hey man, I'm so fired up. I'm about to walk to Alabama right now. Can we show Mr. Nelson some love? Come on, y'all, show some love. I know some of y'all pissed off because he didn't say your name, but it hit home, didn't it? Yeah, I know you're scared to clap right now, give recognition, because it just messed your head up. You need your head, like he said it, not me. You do need your head messed up. Come on, let's go some love. Mr. Jason, my new IBO's on up in Nashville. Charlotte, thank you. I also see my new IBO just signed up yesterday. It's on 3 restaurants down in Florida. He's on. I got a whole lot of new blood on here today, bro. I'm telling you, man, they ain't gonna be ready for 2021. They're gonna get left behind, same title, same everything. How'd they get there? Because y'all ain't doing the stuff we do the work. Mr. Nelson said it, do the work, Mr. Yancey. How you doing, dear? Do the work, do the work, do the work. Come on, show them some love. God dang, I'm so fired up now. Woo! Listen here, tonight, happy hour at 6 o'clock p.m. OM. Bring a seatbelt. And if you don't want to get messed up, what else you got to do at 6 o'clock? If it ain't making you something, oh my, just that one idea. That young man, Alfredo, made his own video, decided to do something. Decided he want to show up. He decided he wants to go to the top. He didn't wait. He went after it. Why are you waiting? Get after it. See you tonight at 6. Mr. Nelson, Mr. Nelson, Mr.